Hey everybody, it's me, Galaxy Bat again. This is a follow-up video to my first video for taming animals. This will actually be the video that shows you how to get to the locations that I talked about in my first video. So give me just a second and we will head out because I vaguely remember the order in which I told y'all to tame animals, but I need to pull it up and make sure that I have everything in place. So it's mainly whenever I get to the forest area, it tends to be where I get a little loss of what I showed y'all to do. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna actually head down to South Mountain Lookout. So we're gonna go ahead and fast travel there. This will be a continuous video. I won't go in and edit out the load screens just because honestly I don't feel like doing it right now, and for some reason my program that I had on my computer that lets me edit videos is no longer working properly, so I'm probably gonna have to go and buy a new editing program. I'm hoping that I would be able to somehow actually edit directly from my tablet, but we'll see. If I can't, then I'll have to go get a different program unless somebody has one that they like to use and would like to suggest it to me. Comment it below. So when you get here, just go ahead and kill all the enemies. You don't want them following you down there to the animal, just in case, you know, there is one. You don't want them to kill it. Killing is always a no-go. Oh, reload. And I mean, I know this one never opens the door, but I go ahead and kill it anyways. So this time we did not get an animal. We got the messenger event. So right here where the messenger is at is where you can get your animal. Alright, the next place we're going to go over to is the Cranberry Glade. There are actually 4 locations right in this area that I like to check. So we're going to head on over there real quick and check it out. Alright, so this time it's a Mr. Handy. I think this one is going to be the one that turns into a bandit.
Executing holdup.
Yep. So I'm just going to kill him. But right here in this area tends to be where the random spawn happens. Sometimes there is a sheep squash that spawns, but it spawns over here fighting stuff. So if you're able, you can just like run right past it and it never even knows you're here. Okay, so now we're going to head to the second spot. You're going to head east from the spawn and head towards this tree right here. And right about in this area, so past these 2 trees here on the left, you're going to turn and head towards that grouping of trees, the 3 trees, slightly to the right of it. Now this spot you have to be careful because sometimes I get scorched beasts spawned here and it's like upwards of 3 scorched beasts at a time. Sometimes there's only 1, but yeah. So this time we got the insult bot.
I heard you vault dwellers.
So you can just insult me. Normally the animal is right over here in this area, walking around that I'm at. Tends to be a Deathclaw or a Mylark King, a Mylark Hunter in this area. Now this next one is a little tricky. You're going to head a little north, and I'm trying to show... Okay, so you could see the little... it looks like a crane, but I know it's not. I think it's part of one of these satellite dishes. You're just going to kind of run in this general direction. So you're going to head west. You're going to pass the little wooden thing right there. Alright, so in this area where the spawn is at, to the left of it is a hermit crab. And if there is a spawn, you're definitely going to want to kill the hermit crab, because if not, for some reason it likes to go over there and engage in a fight with a hermit crab and get killed. So what I like to do is I just sneak up to this area, and I kind of like jump around in vats to see if anything pops up. Alright, so there's the hermit crab, as you saw. The spawn actually happens right here, not where the fox is at, but right here in this area. I have a feeling we're gonna get scorched beast today. Oh, I hate scorched beasts when I'm looking for animals, because sometimes they'll spawn and follow you and kill an animal, so you have to sit there and kill them. But yeah, right here in this open area is where you'll find it. I find a lot of like mega sloths here, snallygasters. Yeah, see them? They're appearing over there. So there were scorched beasts, they're just fighting something else. So we're actually going to turn and head right across the road to this little grouping of trees. There's like, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees there. This time it's Mia and Vlad. So right down there where Mia and Vlad is at is where you'll get the other random spawn. Now before we get the attention of these scorched beasts, hurry up map, we're just going to go ahead and have fast travel north to Abby's bunker. That's the only downside to doing this, is the random spawns here lately have been spitting out like 2 or 3 scorched beasts, and sometimes they're like level like 80 and stuff like that, and if you're by yourself it gets really annoying. Okay, once you spawn in at Abby's bunker, you're gonna head north. There are 2 known animal spawns that I like to go to up here, but there is a 3rd spawn that you can check. I recommend checking the 3rd spawn before you check the 2nd spawn, because the 3rd spawn tends to have enemies, and they will wander over and kill your animal at the 2nd spawn. But I'll show you where that's at. We're headed to the 1st spawn first. So we're still headed north from Abby's bunker. Oh, I can hear Scorch. Oh, it's hard to see them in this lighting, at least for me. Stop hitting me. Here I am talking to the game like the game can hear me. Okay, so right here at this building is where you want to go. Sometimes there's Scorch, sometimes there's ghouls here. This time I hear another Scorch. There's always ticks. I don't know why there's so many Scorch though. Normally there's not this many. Wow, okay. Oh, come on. Oh, what? I'm not shooting you. There we go. Alright, the spawn actually happens right over here where all these petrified corpses are. So we got scorched beasts, poop, which hopefully there's not a scorched beast in the air, which would explain why there's so many scorch, but I don't see one. Okay, now this one's a little tricky. Normally I head north. We're not going to go a direct route to the next one. Just because if you do, see how there's those honeybees and scorched bees, or there's honeybees there, and there's bloatflies. If you don't feel like fighting them, you can just kind of go down and around them, like I just did. And then you're just going to continue northwards. I'll show you on the map here in a second where we're at. So we spawned in at Abby's bunker. The first location is right about here, and the next location is going to be right here. And that's where we're headed. But I just kind of go around it because my main thing is to find animals and not to fight enemies unless I need to. Okay, once you get up here, you'll see there's a crash vertibot right over here over this hill is where the other spawn is at. And yep, see, so this Deathclaw, it is not tameable at all. I'm under caution. I need a... Ooh, okay, no, wrong thing. So we're just going to go ahead and kill it because I don't feel like dealing with it. Loot its body. The reason it's not tameable is because it actually spawns in with these dead bodies here. So even though it is technically a single spawn, it spawned in with these dead bodies, and it presumably, you know, it like killed them. So yeah, you can't tame it. But right here on this bank, there's nothing today. Sorry, my mailman's outside. But right here along this bank is where the random spawn happens. I get mega sloths, wolves. I've had cats here. I've had a ragstag. I think a Mylark hunter, not the king, here before. Alright, so now we're going to head on over to Palace of Whining Paths. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, there are 5 spawns over here that I like to go to. So we're going to go and check them out in just a second. This. Okay, sometimes when you spawn in, there will be a ghoul here or a scorch with a nuke code. You can always just kill it. But we're gonna turn and sort of head north. We're gonna head north, but we're gonna keep the north marker on the bottom of your directional slightly to the left. I can hear something. Sometimes when I am doing this, I'll turn around and there will be like a Deathclaw or Yagwais chasing me. So yeah, be very careful of in this area. And the Yagwais, after you kill them, like to actually spawn back in. Oh, so this time we have a Mega Sloth and he's tameable. I'm gonna send this guy to my camp. I have a frog, but I mean, I love the frog, don't get me wrong. But it's a Mega Sloth. Who wouldn't want a Mega Sloth? So, put away my weapon, run up, and give him a hug. Oh, wait, nope. Not cancel. Send to camp. Yes. So now he's mine, and he's going to head to my camp. I've actually relocated since my other video. And I'm right to the left of the penitentiary. So he's got to travel from up here where we're at all the way down to there. He should be there by the time I end this video. Alright, now we're going to head northeast from this little spot here. I guess, hang on, I need to back up and show you where on the map we are, just in case I forgot to do it, because I'm almost positive I did. Alright, so yeah, we're right here before these groves of trees. So we're headed over here to this area. Is where we all headed. This area that we're headed to next can also have Mega Sloths. I've had Scorched Beasts actually spawn at this one quite a few times, so you gotta be careful. And you can always place markers. I do this a lot for the Nukials, so I sort of have, you know, a sense on where I'm going without actually having to use markers. Alright, so... Oop, hang on. I did get turned around. I looked down at my phone for too long and I ran too far. Okay, yeah, see? Ran too far. I should have placed a marker. Look at me. I'm trying to be smart here. And it's on top of the ridge because I decided to look down on my phone and run past where I needed to be. So, yay. Alright, we're gonna go up here. I heard something. Oh, okay, so that's where another random spawn is at. As you can see, it's a Deathclaw fighting Scorch this time. But it's not the one I was going to. I have no clue what I was doing. Maybe I should have been running a little more east instead of north. Oh well. Sometimes things happen. Alright, so this time there's super mutants. If you stop and listen to them, they talk about having to kill their boss and stuff. So, we were here originally. I stopped paying attention to the direction I was going and I went this way instead of over here. Now we're actually going to go and head back towards my survival tent. And we already know that there's a Deathclaw there, so you'll want to be careful. If you make the same mistake as I do, you can go ahead and kill any enemy that's there. I can see it walking around. Make sure my gun's loaded. I mean, if it spots me, I can easily just run away. But yeah, right down there where he's at is where the spawn's at. And then the next one, you just drop off the edge here, like I did. We'll see if the Deathclaw decides to follow. No, okay. And right here in this grove of trees, right by where my my tent is at, we're gonna hop up here. Last time I was here, I got attacked by Yagwais. So yep, there's a Yagwai. Go ahead and see if I can pacify that one. There's gonna be more. They tend to come in groups of 3s on the Yagwais. Oh, that one I didn't tame. So, but yeah, there's 1, 2, and there tends to be a group of 3. So you gotta be careful. Then the next location is actually just down over the ridge. So once again, you're gonna jump down. Like so. Ooh, I'm being chased. I could hear it. Alright, so this time it's not going to be an animal because it's a supply drop.
Intruder, identify your...
So yeah, right down there where the cargo bot and the supply drop is where you'll find the animal. Okay, so the next spot I like to go to is over here at Pioneer Scouts. So we're just gonna fast travel there. When you spawn in, you're gonna turn around and head north. Okay, in my last video, where I actually show you how to tame an animal and what you need to do at your camps, I talked about some of the locations in the forest area. I'm going to take you to my favorite ones that I like to go to, that I have the best luck with. But in the other video, I actually put markers on the map so you can see sort of where to go. So we spawned in at the Pioneer Scout camp, and then we're coming over here towards the buses. Now, if you haven't completed the marshal thing in a couple of days or whatever, the marshals will be here, which they've been here every single time. Most of the time I find aquatic animals here that are tameable. But since I haven't done the prison marshal event or side quest, whatever it's called, they spawn in a lot here. Okay, so my favorite places in the forest are going to be fast traveling to Clancy Manor first. And it's going to be in the bend of the road where I just placed my marker. Just head west. The forest area is a great place to find low level animals. You tend to, you can get a dog here, you can get cats, ragstags, mole rats, things like that. So it's a great place for low levels that want low level animals, because your animal has to be half your level or lower to be able to tame it. So, gotta make it around the bend. A lot of these are going to be along the roads, so if you just actually pick a road and walk it, you'll have random spawns that spawn in, especially if you stick to the outer roads, like 81 here. You can go down this wiggly wobbly road right here above Tyler County Fairgrounds, below or to the right of Darling Sisters Lab. There will be a lot of different animals that you can tame. Alright, so right here where the treasure hunter is at is where the animal spawns in. Obviously we got the treasure hunter, so make sure any of the bodies that you have that you see spawn in, you go ahead and loot them, because they're going to have some really cool stuff on them. Alright, next spot we're going to go to is right in this area where the road forks. So I'm just going to run there because it would probably be faster than doing a load screen. No, I'm not doing leader of the pack. It's the only downside when you're doing this is that sometimes you come across events that happen and you're like, oh, I really don't want to do the event. I don't. I just keep on running. And then, you know, Melody's like, oh, you failed it. Oh well, I wasn't here to do it anyways. Alright, so on the other side of this truck here, this time it's the creepy mannequin shrine. But this is where, if it's a dead body, it tends to be right here in this area. But this is where the random spawn happens. And as always, I loot all their stuff. Then we're just going to go right up the road some. You'll see this car here, the truck with the canoe, and then you'll see a crash cart on the left. Right here in this area is where the random spawn happens. Sometimes it's super mutant horde fighting liberators. This time we didn't get anything, but you know, you can always loot just the random little things that are around if you wanted to. I'll double check, make sure. Nope, no vatsing. Okay, now we're going to fast travel down to the Darling Sisters lab. If you're wanting a dog, I'll show you a location here soon. It's right below the 81 marker on the left side of the map, um, above the Point Pleasant. I heard that that's the best place to find the dog spawn, but you know, check it out if you want a dog. If you have a baby tent, drop it down and hop worlds for that spawn if you don't want to wait the 15-20 minutes to give it a chance to respawn again. Oh, sorry. So we spawned in at the Darling Sisters Labs, and what we're doing is headed right towards the top of the Ferris wheel on the map. So this time we have a horde of super mutants. They're all chit-chatting, whatever. And I'm gonna loot their bodies before moving on. Where'd that other one go? Oh, see, they were fighting liberators, but the liberators were already dead. Alright. And then you're just gonna head right down here to the picnic area. And as you can tell, we got the honky-tonk person. Oh, no, lone traveler this time. I don't think I've actually seen the lone traveler. I've seen the honky-tonk people, but we're going to go ahead and take all their stuff. Alright, the next location is right over here. This is a nice little build spot if you've never seen it before. It's an unmarked location. But there are enemies that spawn here, so you'd have to have turrets, or you can have a higher level enemy or a higher level animal living with you, and they can, you know, obviously take out the enemies for you. So the random spawn actually happens right up here. And I'm not seeing anything today, but yeah, it happens right in this area. Don't see any animals, so let's head on down to the next one, which is right here. So we're going to fast travel to Deathclaw Island. We're going to turn and head south on the road. Well, if I can get unstuck. There we go. Alright, whoa, gosh. Warty. Okay, so this time we got the prize bot. As you saw, he popped up right down here in this bend. And this is right where the random spawn happens. So, alright, now we're going to move on to the next one, which is right below the 81 sign. So we're just going to run the road until we get there. Oh, and that was a fail on jumping. I hear Scorched. Oh, they're fighting a robot, but whatever. I'll just kill them both. So keep heading south like you're going to Point Pleasant. Running takes longer, but you don't have to waste as many caps. So, you know, if you're just going to be chilling out, have a couple of hours to look for an animal, running the map would be great. It's, you know, you can fast travel. Oh, look, we got the veterinarian with the kitty cats at the spawn. So yeah, right here in this area is where the spawn happens. As you saw, we had the kitty cats that time. And then another area is over here to the left of Hunter's Ridge. So we're going to fast travel to Hunter's Ridge. And when you spawn in, turn and head west. You can head right for the pylon. There's actually 2 spawns that happen right down here. So I'll show you both of them. Alright, we're gonna walk in. Hopefully we'll get something good this time. Alright, so we got some kind of an iBot. What's the iBot with? Alright, it's a friendly iBot. So right here.
Our top of the line first aid booth is fully stocked and prepared for anything.
Oh, cool. Alright, let's talk. I've never seen the Tyler County dirt track. Mr. Handy, that's really cool.
You there! Whatever you're up to, drop it and come on down to the Tyler County.
See, even I had come across things that I haven't seen yet in random spawns, so that's actually really cool. And he's all orange, talking about Halloween night. Aww. Alright, so just head south down the road a little bit, and the other spawn will be in. This time it's a dead body. So this one's the honky tonk. See how I mistake the other guy for the honky tonk one? Well, this one apparently is the honky tonk one. So, alright, those are my favorite places to look for animals that I like to go to. Let's head back on up to my camp real quick, because I think I'm coming up close to the limit that I wanted to have for this video. I try to keep it short, especially with the load screens and having to run to locations. But like I said, I'll work on figuring out what happened to my video editing program, so that way I'm able to actually just, you know, take the videos, put them on my computer, and actually edit them, so they'll be faster. You don't have to wait through the video with me. So eventually they'll get better. I promise. Alright, so we're at my camp, and I have super mutants. And my poor little mega sloth, he got attacked by super mutants. This is the first time I've actually had super mutants. Alright, dude. You're going to need to go down to where you belong.
Nice.
Let me move this out of the way.
Evaluating.
Maybe he'll walk.
Oh,
there we go.
no.
Come on.
Why did you
Oh, gosh. I hate when everything's just like randomly change and spawn in around from where they're not supposed to be. Okay, put that back where it goes. So he's set up over here off to the side. I'm actually going to push him a little further back. I want a death claw, but you know, obviously I'll take a sloth for the moment. I'm going to push him a little further back from being up this way. He did lose some health fighting the super mutants. My poor little rad toad, which he would have left anyways by the time the Deathclaw got here. But he got killed, obviously. Or not Deathclaw, the Mega Sloth, but he got killed by the super mutants. Which is why it's kind of hard to have a low level animal. Because you have to be in a spot where enemies don't ever spawn. And you can build something around them to sort of keep them safe, and then put like turrets up around the outside. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions about the spawn points that I like to use, let me know in the comments below and I'll get to you later. Have a great day.